What's good, y'all? This your country cousin, Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Peter Mac. Hey, man, get on up here, man. Kick your shoes off, pull you up one, and light you up one. You on the porch now. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. What's up, family? This your country cousin, Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Peter Mac, and we welcome you back to the porch for another session, man. Hey, man, this week has been wild. We've had some great ups. We've had some devastating downs, too. Oh, my goodness. First of all, we're going to get right into it with the ups that we had, especially we got like a big up or maybe a couple big ups if you want to say that. And I talked about this on my latest episode of my other podcast, At the Movie with Pete McCorvey. Yo, congrats to Sinners, man. Sinners did its big one at the Oscars. Nominated for, I think, 16 Oscars, but ended up taking 4. They got Best Screenplay. Big ups to Ryan Coogler for that. Best Score, which I knew that was going to happen, especially with that little scene. Let me not say little, excuse me, that big scene where they had Sammy singing the song, I Lied to You, and they was going through all the history of like black music and dance going from like the beating of the drum, the griots, and they even showed twerking and crip walking all the way up to Crump and Clown. Hey, man. Yeah, that's part of the score. Best cinematography. That whole scene played a role in it too. I know it did. But what capped it all off, the best, was the fact that our boy, Michael B. Jordan, he took home the Academy Award for Best Lead Actor with his portrayal of Smoke and Stack. Boy, like I said, I didn't see it because I was tired and I didn't make it through. But when I woke up the next morning, I saw social media. Hey, man, the family, we was proud of it, man. Us as black people, we were proud. This is like watching your cousin who said, I'm going to do that. And you believing in him. Now, you're not so necessarily you don't think he gonna do it, but it's like, I don't know, man, it's looking tough. But when they do it, it's like you said you were gonna do it and you do it. I felt like a proud little cousin watching my favorite big cousin do his big one, man. Hey, I'm talking about to watch him and to say I've grown up watching, bro, like literally from first seeing them as 12 years old in 7th grade as Jamal on Hardball, to being 36, that's when I saw how old I was when I saw it last year, and watching him as Smoke and Stack on Scissors. I've been here for every step of the journey. You know, he's been in 2 of the best TV shows of all time. First, he was Wallace on The Wire in the first season, and then in the last 2 seasons of Friday Night Lights as the East Dillon Lions quarterback. Vince Howard, the man just can't miss. Hey, just big ups to him. I'm happy for him. He just doing his thing. And it's going to seem like the momentum is keep going because I just found out he signed on to star in another reboot because I guess they figured they have to redo the reboot that didn't hit that good in 2006 of one of my personal favorite TV shows, Miami Vice. And since he's going to be in Miami Vice, I think y'all know who he's going to play. He's going to be Ricardo Rico Tubbs. And opposite of his Ricardo Rico Tubbs is going to be Austin Butler playing Sonny Crockett. Now, this is going to be fun to see because I don't know if they're going to maybe let him get a low cut or whatnot, or if they're going to try to have him with the... It wasn't really a Jerry Curl that Rico Tubbs had, but it was an S-curl. You know, y'all know, if you've seen Miami Vice reruns, y'all know what Philip Michael Thomas was for. And it wasn't necessarily like an Ice Cube Jerry Curl, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't your normal black 4C hair. So I'm anxious to see what they're going to do with that. I'm just hoping they don't do like they did on the TV show and give him that little bitty ass 38. while they give Austin Butler that fire-ass Bren 10, that Sonny Crockett. That was badass gun. Please don't put them god-awful white shoes on him like they used to do with all them outfits that Rico used to have. I used to think Rico was so stylish, but they used to throw them white shoes. I'm like, boy, that throw the whole damn outfit off. But I am so happy they actually saying that it's going to take place in the 80s, a whole re-imaging of it, and the person who's going to direct is going to be Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick and the movie with Brad Pitt and Damus Idris, F1. He's the director of that, so I know the cinematography is going to be fire. Both of those movies were a visual treat. Wait, there's more. So apparently, it's reported the person who has signed on to play the villain in this, since we're talking about Top Gun Maverick, is Maverick himself. Yeah, they say Tom Cruise has signed on to be the villain. So boy, it's just, oh man, this is August 2027. Can't get here fast enough, because that's when the release date is going to be for Miami Vice. It's going to be August of 2027. Next year cannot get here enough. I'm already still on pins and needles about the Michael Jackson biopic. I can't believe it, man. We are a month away from that. So this is just as a movie lover, it's up right now. It's up right now. Like I said, congratulations, Ryan Coogler, and big ass congratulations to Michael B. Jordan, because, hey, that's lovely. But you know what's funny to me, and I'm a little petty. When Michael B. Jordan won, I found out he won. You know, the first person who came to mind was that chick, L'Oreal. Y'all remember when she interviewed him on the red carpet for Creed? And she said, we go way back. He said, you remember you called me corny kid, right? She tried to deny, like, nah, I didn't do that. He's like, nah, it's all good, and played off. She's like, well, you're not corny anymore. Her Cheeto-colored haired ass was the first thing that came to mind. I said, ooh, I know she's somewhere punching now. She gets on somebody's podcast. Now she got this low, like, blue raspberry Kool-Aid hair now, like in a pixie cut. And try to say, I never called him corny and all that. Now she playing the victim role and all this. Baby, as the kids say, we got receipts. Because they end up playing her on the podcast. We thought he was corny. We made fun of his name, like Michael B. Jordan. And then he would bring his headshots to class. Like, you gonna say that, and that's the thing about the internet. The younger kids don't understand it, but she got to be my age, a little bit older. You got to understand, when you put some shit out there, it don't go away. Somebody has got it, and even if they wipe it clean, somebody somewhere in some small corner of the earth has saved that shit. So for you to say that, matter of fact, when they put up their clips, it was so many people putting that sound bite into the comments like, we didn't forget. Like, girl, get out of here. Just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody says she's just trying to be relevant again because her podcast, Bully and the Beast, is not on no more. And she's like, but I got a nationally syndicated show. I went on her page. That woman be lucky if she do over 100 views on her thing. Her shit, only person I've seen, my shit lower than hers. I mean, but I know where I'm at with it. So, but she's right above me, so that ain't really saying too much. But yeah, this is what I just hate. I just hate when people do that. Because a lot of people will do this. Oh man, that was high school, man. You gotta let that go. You know, you can't. No, here's the thing I've learned, and I'm learning about life. A lot of us, the people who we were in high school, 9 times out of 10, I hate to say, that's probably the people we gonna be for life. And it's so sad, but a lot of us will just stay in that high school era of our lives, because that was the last time either any of us was worth a damn or life wasn't really kicking our ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I posted stuff, it'll do numbers, and somebody like, I remember from high school, you do this high school. Bro, that shit was like almost 20 years ago. I don't even think about a lot of y'all motherfuckers from high school. I don't have no desire to see a lot of y'all motherfuckers from high school. And I've literally had people come up now, some of them like my videos, some of them will see me in the street and they'll give me a hug. Like, I've had this happen a couple times. Go home and it was chicks who used to act like I just was a leper. You know, I act like I was diseased or something. I was a scum of the earth. See me now, run up to me, give me a hug. And I'm like, okay. And I'll be kind of shocked, like, hey, how you doing? What's happening? And I don't say nothing, but I'm like, you didn't, where the fuck that come from? Because you know, back in the day, you weren't even thinking about my ass. And or they'll try to like, I remember high school you did, bro, that was 20 years ago. You ain't did nothing significant since 20 years past. Like, come on, man. And it's some people like, the shit that they did in high school, I don't even fake the funk with them. Like when they see me, hey, I just be like, hey, bro, move around, bro. What? Oh man, that was 20 years ago, but I don't fuck with you, dog, like that. Like, hey, I'm not one of them people, time pass and I'm going to romanticize anything about knowing you or anything like that. How I saw you and how you treated me and made me feel, if it really left a mark on me, I'm going to hold on to that. Not holding a grudge, but it's like, we cool, I'll speak to you, but, oh, bro, I don't want to come on, I don't want to come to your barbecue, I don't want to sit and chat with you, or good that you're doing all right, but, hey, man, go over there. Like, one point in case, I remember, it was a lady who taught for a long time in my hometown. She actually was one of my elementary school teachers. That woman sent me through hell, just nasty demeanor towards me and all this. Man, I was having trouble. I was struggling to keep up. And then as soon as I struggled to keep up, she moved the goalposts and keep on going. So it got to the point where my dad had to go to school and have a parent-teacher conference. And she said something slick. Well, she was like, well, he not doing that. He not doing this. And he ain't keeping up. My daddy said, well, you the teacher. That's your job to get him there. And then she thought she was going to talk to my daddy like she talked to me. My daddy was like, no. See, the thing is, he a child. You can talk to him like that. You ain't going to fucking talk to me like I'm a grown-ass man. And she started thinking she was going to keep it. My daddy was like, hey, baby, you don't know me. And this let me know that this woman really just like, oh, you a bad person. One thing my dad would do, and I found this, like I had a problem with my third grade teacher, and my dad would get into my behind and all that, but I found out from my mom, said he thought that woman was racist and all that. I said, so why he do say, hey, we got to discipline you, and we got to keep you having respect for that woman, because once that woman see she lose her power over you, then you're going to be disrespectful and all that. But my dad, he was ball to walls. He didn't even care about digging off of that woman's ass in front of me. And I was like, oh, you got to be a bad person. So, unfortunately, the lady passed away. Well, I ain't going to start. I'm saying unfortunately. One was 80. She got old. That happens. You get old, you die. My mom decides to send me her obituary. It's like 5 in the morning. I'm like halfway asleep. It's Saturday. My phone go off. My mom hits me up. I'm scared. I'm thinking something happened. She sends me an obituary. This woman's obituary. I'm like, well, God have mercy on her soul, because she gonna need it. And she's like, how can you say that? I said, as a Christian man, I said, that's why I'm a Christian man. I said, God have mercy on her soul, because she don't need it. I said, if I wouldn't, I say, may she rot in hell. Which is why I'm saying, may God have mercy on her soul, because she the way she was, she has a strong percentage of doing so. And my mom, I can't believe that you need. I said, no, see, that's the thing about being a Christian. Y'all all think being Christian, I'm not a Christian like, like Jesus, oh, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. I'm like David. David ain't prayed for Goliath. David picked up that rock, put it in that slingshot, bust Goliath in the head. He slid Goliath. I'm like David. We not. I don't sit there and feel bad for you when you put bad shit out into the universe, and then the universe does something to you. I'm not gonna say, oh, poor you. I'm gonna be like, well, I mean, you reap what you sow. So, I mean, and that's in the Bible. I can't believe, that's one thing that bothers me about Christians. They will sit there like, oh, that's trash. No, that's not trash. That motherfucker was putting bad juju out into the universe. The universe returned the favor. He's reaping what he's sowing. And my thing is, not only that, I'm not going to be fugazi. Y'all know what fugazi is. That's fake. I'm not going to do that. If I ain't like you when you was alive, I'm not going to be at your funeral acting like I like you now. Because that's the number one thing I said. I really don't want to have no funeral when I pass. I don't want nobody who act like they can say 2 words to me in kindness while I was walking this earth. Now, oh my God, he was such a great person and this, that, man, fuck out of here. I've already got it set up in my will that when I have a funeral, I'm going to have a couple of people I know who are great shooters acting snipers in the balcony or whatever building I'm having, and then they're going to have rubber bullets, like little itty bitty rubber BBs in there. So when somebody get up there telling a lie about how good of friends were, how much they like me, they gonna pop their ass right in the damn in the neck. Like, sit your ass down, stop all that damn lying. I don't want them to kill them, but I just want to hit them just like to just sit your ass and sit down. I don't do all that. Hey man, like a song from a rapper from Dallas, Texas. His name Hasi Senju. He got a song that came out a year, maybe going on 2 years ago. I done swung. It was a remix. The opening bar he says was this: if I don't like you, then I don't. And I will not pretend to. And I am one of them people. And you know what I'm saying? That's why he like I said all that to say this, like Michael B. Jordan, I wasn't mad at what he did, and people need to stop distorting the story of how you know how you were. When somebody you traumatized, they not making up no damn lie. Why would they sit up and make up a lie about how they were mistreated? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. So now, I'm glad this shit was happening. I'm glad her face got cracked behind this. So yeah, I ain't got no sympathy. I don't feel sorry for her at all, you know. But I would say to take that goofy ass blue raspberry Kool-Aid ass dye at your fucking head. You like my grandma said, you like a damn fool. Man, my favorite time of the year, I'm going on something I really like. My favorite time of the year is here. It is March Madness, and I am hype, baby. My Duke Blue Devils #1 seed, because, you know, they came as #1 team in the nation. But I'm I'm kind of scared, because they barely got past Siena in the opening round, 71-65. You know, that's Siena. We supposed to dog walk them. So they beat them yesterday, and they play TCU tonight. So hopefully that's another W. But I am happy though, because them boys down Tobacco Road, they're wet baby blue. You know, they call it Carolina blue, but that's baby blue. Let's call it what it is. They out. They back to the house. They go on fishing. Lost to VCU in overtime, 82-78. That is wild. 2 years in a row out the running. First, last year it was to Ole Miss. Nice to VCU opening round. That is wild, man. Hey, that's why I say I love March Madness, man. Anybody can come from out of anywhere and make a run. So let's see who's going to be the Cinderella team this year. Let's all keep a lookout for whoever that. Oh, yeah, speaking of March Madness, 2 days ago, on March 19th, history was made. 60 years has passed since the iconic championship game between the Texas Western, now University of Texas El Paso, or UTEP Miners, played the Kentucky Wildcats for the NCAA title, in which the Texas Western Miners won 72-65. And why this is significant is because it was the first time that an all-black squad played in the national championship game. And not only did they just play in it, they won it. Because Coach Don Haskins for Texas Western decided he wanted to send a message, because it was always saying black athletes aren't good enough, they can't handle pressure, they can't do that. And he decided he was going to change that with his players. Now, he was always been known for saying, I just put the best people on the floor. But deep down, I think he wanted to send a message. And if that story sounds familiar to it, that's because it was dramatized in the 2006 movie Glory Road, starring Josh Lucas, Derek Luke, y'all know him as Antoine Fisher, and Al Sharon, who we know if you grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, that's hits from the streets from BET. And yeah, so 60 years has passed between that. But you want to know what's crazy? So the 25th anniversary of that in 1991, when my Duke Blue Devils started their dynasty, when they won their first national title, while they were celebrating the 25th anniversary of that, Duke beat Kansas, like I said, to win their first national title in program's history. And guess what the score was? 72-65 on the quarter century anniversary of that game. So, like I said, March Madness, man, is madness and it's magic. So I'm up for it. I'm here for it. We got deaths, and these deaths are two big ones. One of them is colossal. The first one, as somebody who is black, I definitely had to put this one in. I couldn't go over it. Kiki Shepard, who was the longtime co-host of Showtime at the Apollo, passed away Monday in their LA home after suffering from a heart attack. She served as host of that program from 1987 to 2002. I remember her. I didn't know who the lady was, but I remember the pretty lady saying welcome to the Apollo and all that as the Showtime girls come out, and her introducing either Sinbad or Steve Harvey. I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't remember who was the host in between. I do remember when Sinbad had it, and I remember when Steve Harvey had it. But I do remember her beautiful smile as the showgirls coming down. She's introducing the show. Man, this one, that's a big loss to the culture, man. R.I.P. to Miss Shepard. She was 74 years old. Now this next one, everybody thinking the apocalypse is there with this next one, especially all the jokes they had about him and how tough he was and how pretty much indestructible he was. I'm still in shock. I still couldn't believe it. I thought it was fake because, they be hoaxing, and then even I thought somebody was doing that to put up the jokes about it. Chuck Norris. Y'all know Chuck Norris. Had that big, iconic fight scene in Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, where everybody say, on the read Chuck, he the baddest man on planet because Bruce Lee is dead. Or most of y'all, like I'm about to say, y'all spend a lot of time at your grandmama's house. Walker, Texas Ranger. Passed away yesterday after being hospitalized. Now, a lot of people say, I'm going to say this. I made a joke. I said, Chuck Norris didn't die. We all dead. And Chuck Norris is still roaming the earth, and we watching him from purgatory. We in purgatory watching Chuck Norris live. And a lot of people said this, and I said, the Grim Reaper did not come for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris came and tapped the Grim Reaper on his shoulder, said, I'm ready to go. And when he tapped the Grim Reaper on the shoulder, the Grim Reaper was jumped oh, what the hell? You sure? Yeah, I'm ready to go. Oh, okay, only if you ready. I'm ready. It's just, this one's hard to fathom. And it's crazy because all these jokes they got about how tough Chuck Norris is and all that. Chuck Norris said he don't know where that shit came from. Years ago, he was on a show. And he's I don't know where none of this shit came from, but he took it in stride. One of my best moments of Chuck Taylor. Oh my God. He been around as long as the Chuck Taylor. Of Chuck Norris is on the early 2000s comedy movie with Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller, Dodgeball, where they trying to see if Vince Vaughn's team Average Joe can stay in the championship, and they got all the judges, and the judge they had to decide the fact it was Chuck Norris. I'm who the hell? How the hell Chuck Norris just he that badass? Everybody well, Chuck Norris got the deciding vote, and he thumbs up with that smile that Chuck Norris have. Oh man, that was a great memory. like I said, it's just my introduction to Chuck Norris, as I mentioned, was Walker, Texas Ranger, because like I said, I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house. You knew if you was at your grandmother's house and watching Walker, Texas Ranger, your chances of your mama coming to take you home was running slim. You probably were going to spend the night at your grandmama's house. Like I said, if it got to that first commercial break, you got a fighting chance. And get to that second commercial break, you're like, okay, the odds ain't looking like they're in my favor for my mama to come get me. If it finally ended, you still was throwing up a Hail Mary prayer that she coming to get you, but you knew that it was falling on God's deaf ears, because once you heard them helicopter blades, heard that soft music, saw them green hills, and then you see Hawkeye face. Yes, I'm talking about MASH. You knew you were there for the night. So this man played a part a lot of us knowing, I don't think my mama's coming to get me tonight. But like I said, R.I.P. to Mr. Chuck Norris. He was 86 years old, and I'm going to say this to end this one of, and now it even stands even more iconic than it was before. When you're in Texas, look behind you, cause that's where the Rangers gonna be. Oh, that's even more chilling now that he gone. It used to be chilling to see it on TV with him standing there, hat on his head, cowboy hat on his head, long trench blowing the wind. He got that chrome shotgun down by his hip. But even now, but him saying that's where the Rangers gonna be. Ooh, Lord, like I said, man, R.I.P. to Chuck Norris. Now on to some other sad shit. This is just not even sad. This is just ridiculous at this point. So Mystical has pled guilty to a rape case from like 2022. And they said that he is facing like 20 years in jail. I could, like, good God, all I could think of was like another one. Like, you know, the first one, like even with the first one, you know, don't know what type of headspace the man was in. No, nobody deserves to be violated, so I'm not getting, but it's like, he made a horrible mistake. And you know, they let him out, like, I don't know about letting him out, but like, you know what, the judge, like, okay, you made a very, very bad mistake. But I just think you had a big ass lapse in judgment, I'm gonna let you go. But you know, after the second one, you know, this ain't no 3 strikes you out shit. It's like, okay, you did this one time, but now you doing it twice. No, this ain't no mistake, motherfucker. You got a problem. And this right here is just, I'm just like, who the judge that approved bail? Like, the judge that approved bail need to go under the jail with him. The prosecutor who just allowed this to not throw away the key need to go under the jail. Everybody need to go under the jail. And his friends ain't shit. Like, all of you, we all feel mystical. And you know what? I'm gonna say this to the ladies. I see why the ladies choose the bear now. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that freestyle he had? I'm cool like a lamb with no hair. If you ever see me in a forest fight with a grizzly bear, help the bear. Now I see why the women choose the bear. I see exactly why the hell they choose the bear now. It makes perfect sense. I was like, why the hell y'all choose the bear? Then I had to think back, like, now I get why y'all choose the bear. And you know what, ladies? I owe y'all a huge apology for wanting to choose the bear. I totally get it. I'm sorry for, you know, mocking y'all for that, because I get it 100% now. But also, you know, Mystical was telling us for years how he get down. Y'all remember 2 songs he had. One was, it was called Pussy Crook. He really like, hey, he really want to be no rapper. No, I live up to what I do. Like, I'm like, damn, bro, like, serious? And the other one was Shake It Fast. Y'all remember that? Or not Shake It Fast, Shake Your Ass. I had the edited version that I heard all the time at 12 and on the radio. And I still like to call it Shake It Fast. I don't like calling it Shake Your Ass. It just sound, anyway, but like, so I grew up, you know, for the first couple of months it was out. I was just hearing the edited version on my CD or on the radio. And he said, I came in with the mic in my hand. You know, don't let me leave it with my foot in your ass. Be cool. But then when I finally got around one of my older cousins, and they had the unedited version, that man said, I came in with my dick in my hands. Don't let me leave it with my foot in your hands. Be cool. Like, wait a minute. First of all, then I had to sit back there and think, when all these allegations started happening, I'm like, you know what? He ain't 100% at fault here. Because, like, who was the man working on the door at the club that let this man come in here with his penis in his hand and just like, all right, Mr. You good. This man then came in. That means he done walked in, walked past the dance floor, walked past the bar, probably with the VIP, with his penis in his hand, and nobody said nothing. It was cool. You know, I can't get in if I got on tennis shoes or a fitted hat. His man walked in with his whole penis out and in his hand. Like, what the? So, like I said, some of us, we need to go to jail too, because we sat there and allowed this shit to happen. You know, we allowed Mystical to be this menace for years. But just damn, like, it's about 20-something years. He gonna, nah, y'all need to, if this is true, lock Buddy up and throw away the key, man. This, damn, Mystical, I hate that for you, bro. I be feeling bad when I go back and listen to some of his songs. Now, I'm like, I shouldn't listen to this. But you know what? We should have known something was up with Mystical, because I remember watching I Got the Hook Up. And you know how we all knew Mystical rap real fast, but I remember it's that one scene on I Got the Hook Up when Black, played by Master B, and Blue was coming out the sewer, and they got captured by Roscoe, that's the villain in the movie's people. And Mystical, who was one of Roscoe's henchmen, stuck his gun down the manhole and then said, bitch, I said, what you did the other night. Now get the fuck up out here. I'm like, wait a minute, you talk like that? I thought you talk like that for real? So we should have known. The signs was there that something was a little off with Mystical. Like, he actually was a combat vet. He fought in Desert Storm. I don't know what the hell might have happened to him over there. And I'm not being funny. I'm dead ass serious, because PTSD hit people different ways. I think he might have saw some shit over there that fucked him up for life. And it clicked on something that just ain't click off yet. So I'm just praying that man get the help he need. You know, God touch his heart. But don't let his ass out. Now keep his ass locked up. No, don't let him out. Like, I want you to get help. But no, stay your ass behind the wall. You a menace, nigga. To society, for real. I'm about to get out of here, man. This last episode of Rook, I thought it was real good, man. Like, if y'all remember last week's episode, remember Lucy had killed a man, and we saw that she was visibly distraught, into an emotional wreck, which is a shout out to Melissa O'Neal, who plays Lucy, because she acted her ass off. This week she decided to go back to work. Tim asked, you sure? She like, yeah, I need to go back and all that. She like, I want to go back on patrol. And Tim kind of wanted everybody to stay out of her way, because she was like, why is everybody avoiding me? And then Smitty Biscuit, I love Smitty. You know, Smitty an asshole, but sometimes Smitty has been who we are on the job. Smitty was like, I was told by him to stay out your way and all that doo-doo, what the incident I'm not supposed to talk about. But and then Tim kind of like, get the hell out of here. Then he had to let Smitty be the watch commander while he was gone. Oh, Smitty was touching the Fernando Valenzuela baseball that Lucy had got Tim for Valentine's Day. He had put up a picture like he was on a call at the desk, just him sitting still. Lucy was like, you notice it hadn't moved? And Smitty was sitting there just feet up, eating peanut butter M&Ms. Oh man, it was like I said, Smitty is like a lot of us when we on the job for a long time. It's like, I know this bullshit. Y'all want to act like we doing God's work. We not. I don't see myself going no higher than what it is. I'm here to just, basically like Marshawn Lynch, I'm here so I don't get fired. I ain't trying to do no more. I ain't trying to do no less. Just, because even Tim was like, you think all that effort he put into being lazy, he said that's more than effort than him actually doing the shit. Y'all say that, but you don't understand. Zuzu back. Y'all remember Zuzu? That's that evil AI that was fucking with Nolan last season. He back and he warns him that Bailey is in danger for what Gray asked him to do. He needs to warn her. So he's like, look, be careful how you get this message to her. He's like, cause there's ears everywhere and there's ways of your shit getting intercepted. Man, I love what Nolan did. Nolan stood on business when Gray like, did you tell my wife to do? It's like, yeah, we did. He was like, man, I don't appreciate you putting my wife in this bullshit, putting on the line of fire, man. He said, my wife is not somebody you use to get your operation done. And Gray didn't check. I was like, oh yeah, that mean like, I felt I was with Nolan. Nolan stood on business, and I love that shit, man. Because I felt where Nolan was coming from. Because sometimes you had that boss that just keep fucking with you, and you try, and then they do something that's real out of pocket, and then you come let them know, like, hey man, you got heat on your voice, like, hey man, that's bullshit, and I ain't going for it. And they can't say nothing because they know they was deep in the wrong, but that tone you got with them, that let them know, like, yeah, you wrong for this, and bruh, I've had it with your shit. Like, now you seeing me from the neck now, because you been on my ass for bullshit, and now I'm letting you know I ain't going for it no more. And that's kind of how Wade was. I was like, oh yeah, I love that, because, hey, Nolan, I felt him 100% on that. But what I really, truly loved about this episode, I love the fact that one of my favorite side characters is back. He came back for this episode. My boy, Skip Tracy Randy was back. And he was trying to catch somebody when Nolan was responding to a call. They had a dead body. Skip Tracy Randy was like, I had to go and get him. It's imperative that I protect him at all costs. And then Nolan was like, well, Randy, the man dead. He was like, for damn it. Which I'm guessing is German for goddamn it. And somehow something happened. They get into a suspect. Randy gets hit, knocked out, and wakes up, got a American Southern accent. German accent is gone. And that is amazing on the part of the actor that plays Skip Tracy Randy. Flula Borg. Oh yeah, that's an amazing job of him doing that. Best part of it was, like I said, we done got Skip Tracy Randy this season. Unfortunately, we got Raj singing Daddy Cop. Now I'm holding my breath because we went for low with Raj. Like, I don't like Raj. But we went to high, we got Skip Tracy Randy. Now I'm just holding my breath because one of them documentary style episodes is around the corner, and I know it. I know it's coming. I know it. I feel it. But the highlight of the episode, what made me feel good is, so Martin's, that's the guy that Lucy killed last week. Sister found Lucy and she wanted to know why she killed. She said her brother was sweetheart and this, that, and the third. So against Tim's wishes and other people's wishes, because they not supposed to talk to each other during the investigation, Lucy went and sat down with Martin's sister and she tells him he was under a state of this chemical, and she told him the situation they was in, said, I was fighting for my life. I did not mean to kill your brother, but I'm terribly sorry. And made my heart feel so much better when the sister said, no, I believe you. So hopefully Lucy can move past this and get her a happy ending. But like I said, my girl done went through it the whole run of the show. After this devastating a turn of events for her to have to take a man's life. I'm just hoping she can come out on top, because she been catching hell. But that is that's what my takeaways from this last week's episode of Rookie. That's been my time on the porch with you guys. Y'all want to get in contact with me or something you might want me to talk about, you can find me on Facebook, Pete McCorvey. Look up my name. Find me on Instagram, PDMac10, PETEYMAC10. Or y'all can follow me on TikTok, PDMac89, the same as Instagram. Just drop the 1 and a 0, put an 8 and a 9. And until next week, y'all be cool, stay calm, and get paid. Peace.